Here in Lagos, Nigeria, we'll be looking at harmonizing the nation. Currently, you will agree with me that we are currently in a state where everyone needs to come on board and join our hands together to take Nigeria forward. I want to see how we can use music and the entertainment industry to bridge this gap. You know, music has long served as a unifying force across culture, bridging divides and fostering understanding in Nigeria, where diversity is a defining threat. Music has the power to transcend ethnic, religious, and socio-political boundaries, creating a shared sense of identity. Now, beyond its cultural impact, the music industry has emerged as a significant contributor to the economy, offering vast employment opportunities and putting Nigeria on the global entertainment map. Just recently, we have so many artists from this region that have been nominated for award that will be coming currently at the global stage. People like Rema, Burna Boy, and the likes, they've been nominated on the stage. But let's quickly take a little clip and see what we'll be having today on the program.
Baba Bojumo Osimwake Show Timoda Lomo
All right, just looking like one alpha somewhere chilling with a guitar. We have with us here in the studio Akinwade Odedele. He's a songwriter, a singer. He's also a broadcaster. Thank you so much for coming, Akinwade.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's a delight to have you join us on the program.
Yeah, it's a delight.
All right, let's quickly move on now. How would you describe the current influence of Nigerian music, both locally and globally?
So you see, Nigerian music is very, very strong. It has a very, like a major influence everywhere. Nigeria itself, outside the country, globally, everybody wants to jump on Afrobeat. Everybody wants to do, that Nigerian flavored music. Everybody's tripping. They just love this thing about Nigerian sound. Chris Brown has been upping on Nigerian sound for a while now. We had Osha do something with the Nigerian. We had a couple of people. There was Beyonce, she did Brown Skin Girl with Wizkid. So globally, Nigerian music has this major influence. Everybody, I hear beats, outside there, and I see that this is our flavor. Like somebody somewhere is sampling our flavor. So that's to tell you that Nigerian music really, really is influential, even locally, because if you go into primary schools, you see that children, very young children, they already know lyrics, they already know music, they know this guy, they know Sheyi Vibes, they know a lot of popular artists, and that's to show you that beyond anything first, a lot of people do not even know political people. They don't know their local government chairman. They don't know their councillors, but they know a major artist. They know that artist that is even within their environment. See, that's a major influence, amongst people, both locally and internationally.
So talking about major artists, how will you compare our artists with those at the global stage?
Our artists with those at the global stage. Are you talking about our local artists or our
international artists?
International artists. Okay. Before now, there was something that was missing. So we didn't have this hold over the world. There was something the other artists, international artists had, people like Beyonce, Majek Fashek. Oh no, not Majek Fashek. I'm coming there. Is Nigerian. I'm talking about. I wanted to mention Bob Marley.
Okay.
The late Bob Marley. There was this. So it was this influence these guys had we didn't have. But thank God when we started, exporting our music, started with the likes of Sonny Ade and Onyeka. Those people, they did so much. They laid so much foundation. So now I think the present generation of musicians, Nigerian musicians, are reaping, the fruit of that labor. And now, see, you can see Davido stand side by side with a Chris Brown, and we've seen Burna Boy do so much. He did a lot of, you know, I think they had this contractual agreement with P Diddy. Okay. All right.
He struck a bell in your heart.
Well, he did. You kind of. It did.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, you know, we've seen our artists stand side by side. And recently, I was watching Ira Star. She was in this carnival, and she was with Rihanna.
She was invited.
Yes, she was invited. She was Rihanna. I've seen this movie Black Panther. Yeah, one of the songwriters was Thames, and the major performer was Rihanna too. But Thames was like a major songwriter for that movie. So I can tell you that gradually we're getting there. We're there. They're trying to sideline us. Yes, they are trying to sideline us, but we are there. And I mean sideline us by, if you watch the Grammys, they are creating a segment just for Africans, which I do agree with. I feel Africans can actually compete with everything, especially Nigerians. Nigerians they are the giants. The backbone
So you
of
mean
music.
in the Grammy now,
Yeah.
there are categories they are just living
Yes,
for
only Africans.
For Africans.
Yes, and now it's so unfortunate that the same category that they're living for Africans, we have some of these American guys also in that category, because the nomination Davido got, he did just get it alone. Chris Brown was there.
It's like a collabo.
Yeah, you understand.
So if not for the collaboration, she
you
would
get
have
what I'm
gotten it.
saying? Do you get what I'm saying? So me, I don't like that. I prefer, let us compete. Let's compete. Let's compete with everybody. Do you understand? So don't just box us and say this is one thing for Africans. We are more than, we are more than the color of our skin.
So in what ways has music helped to unify diverse ethnic and religious groups within Nigeria? Can you provide insights?
Yes, I can. Music has done a lot for the unification of, diverse ethnic groups and, tribes and all that. Now, an example, a major example is concerts.
Okay.
Concerts. We know this concert that happens every December. Yeah, every first Friday of December. I think the Experience or something. Now, that's when it comes to, religion, that brings a lot of people together. I've seen people who attend this concert and they're not even Christians. Good music, some people just love good music. Wherever there's going to be good music, you find them there. Do you understand? So I think music has brought us together because look at Fino now. Fino is Igbo. And a lot of Yoruba folks listen to Fino. There was this time Fino and Olamide had this collaboration, and it was beautiful. It was a little bit of Yoruba, a little bit of Igbo, and when we hear those things, they sound nice. Till tomorrow, I don't understand what Fino is saying, but I love the way he raps. There's this guy, I can't remember, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but I think he's the Kala King or something. He raps in Igbo, he's very good at what he does. And there's Emeka Black Bones. I like that guy. You see, when it comes to music, do you see how we forget our tribes? Many times, when it comes to music, a lot of people are Davido's fans. Do you know how many Hausa guys, how many Efik guys, how many Igbo guys, how many Yoruba guys? I love with Davido. So it's beyond tribe. They say music is a universal language, and that language is really being spoken, well spoken in Nigeria, and it brings every one of us together, just like football. Music unifies us too.
So music unifies us.
Yes.
But we are in a time now where we are in a critical need of national healing.
True.
Back then we were having a chit chat off camera.
Yes.
We talked about those kind of music we were enjoying then that you can just listen to and your broken heart could be mended. Can we still get to that point where we have songs that can help heal us as a nation?
Come on, that's a tricky one. I hope we can get to that point, but I really have not been seeing it. I've really not been seeing it because everybody are so into a particular kind of music. The music is not just to entertain. Music is to heal, in your words. Music is therapeutic. Now, if we cannot, we are suffering as a nation. Permit me to say that everybody is feeling the heat.
Everyone is going through a lot.
Yes, everybody is going through a lot. A lot is going through us. So imagine going through all those things and everybody is still, you just want to party. After the party, you come back to depression. So what is the meaning of that music? So we need balance. We don't have balance in the music, in the Nigerian music right now. We don't have balance because their messages is the same. You're mentioning, okay, Folake did this. Folake did practically the same thing in every song. Yeah. So sorry to Folake.
Folake has really suffered in the hands of some songwriters.
Seriously. So we're having these things whereas we can get music like Fela did, music like Majek Fashek did. I remember talking about off camera. We spoke about the time of drought Nigeria experienced. I cannot pinpoint the year, but you know, Majek Fashek sang
Send Down the Rain.
Send Down the Rain, and funny enough, miraculously after that song there was actual rain. So that song blew up, that song went viral because the song was sending a message. We're feeling the heat of something and somebody sang about it. So we could, you know, it would sink in our memories. Do you understand? So we have songs now, a lot of things are going on and somebody is still telling me to party. I don't even go to, I don't think I want to go to club. I think the last time I had that, I had to go out, you know, just to catch a breath of fresh air. I know how much I spent for a breath of fresh air is not expensive.
Well, that's what we're talking about. Cost of living is almost choking the living.
It's choking. No?
So can we now see music as a bailout?
Music as a bailout for...
Yes. Like back then, I remember when we were growing up, every Saturdays, my dad is always at home. And of course, he was a transporter back then. And every Saturday, he just have this turntable. I don't know if you actually met it.
Yeah, I did.
This big turntable, K-Wood and all that.
Yeah.
You just play it and start blasting music. You just see him relaxed. Just know that he doesn't have money.
I think all our fathers were in the same WhatsApp group.
So all our fathers are in that WhatsApp group. Just anytime you start hearing music from that K-Wood at the turntable, just know
things are happening.
Things are really going through. But at the end of the day, he just find a way of finding himself happy, and that will just transcend it to the whole family. So even in the midst of lack, that weekend, we still find a way of catching fun. Can we still get to that level?
I really don't know. Sincerely, I don't know. Because with the level of the generation we have, with the level of generation we have, I don't trust this generation to, you know, carry good music further. I'm sorry, in all honesty, I don't trust the current. You see, I love TikTokers, please, but the TikTok generation takes life too freely. Now, I'm not saying you should take life hard, but there are times you call a spade, so we can walk by what we have. Do you understand? I see that the generation we have, people just want to have fun. People just want to, let's just catch cruise. Yeah, the cruise generation. Do you understand? So it's not really helping. It's not allowing music to flow in its proper nature. We could have those songs, but can these guys do it? They can, but are they willing to do it? I'm not sure they're willing to do it. They're not doing music that will encourage people. See, back then, music can spur you to do something unimaginable. You can listen to a music and you just tell yourself, okay, this business, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do this project. I just add this. So if this guy, you know, people tell their life story and they do all that just in music. You listen to music. I said earlier that music is therapeutic. You listen to something and, you know, it just energizes you. Music does that. Music has the power to give you, you know, unforeseen energy that you did not believe existed. Do you understand? Yes, within it pushes you, and you just take steps. I've had to listen to good music. I've listened to music that will make you want to donate to the poor, to the needy.
How do we now benefit from the government?
How do we benefit from the government? I think, you know, the government of the day, I say with all confidence that they're still here to explore, you know, what we have in Nigeria. Now, you know, all governments, all governance, all government people, they focus on crude oil. Sorry, permit me, we are more natural resource than, we're more of the real natural resources than even the, you know, the natural resources where they are focused on. Now, what do I mean? In the sense that people in Nigeria are skilled. See, Nigeria is one big place of competition. And what do I mean? If you sing well, only your street, you're not the only one who's singing well. Like you have a lot of people
singing there.
If you're an actor, you have a lot of people in that community who do either as much or even better than you. Do you understand? So if the government can invest in these people. I was saying something off camera. I said, what? It's not difficult for the government to own record labels to push artists. Yes. Now, if we have state record labels where we can put our cultural music and blend it with the modern kind of music, you know, see, we can give listeners, you know, what they want. A lot of listeners. Music is now very, very selective now. We are doing more. We are pushing out more music for the younger generation, forgetting that, you know, we have the older generation still here too. Now, people who are retired, what should they just sit down and not enjoy life? So you want them to just still keep doing the evergreens, the Obey, the Victor Waifo, the Sonny Ade, the late what's her name? This woman who just passed away, Onyeka Onwenu. You know, we can bring that vibe to the present. Yes, I see a lot of guys doing it. Charlie Poppy tried it, but I was not really into that song.
It didn't go down well.
It didn't go down well.
Are you speaking as a songwriter, professional
singing
songwriter?
I'm speaking. Well, maybe we don't have, of course we don't have equal money. He has more money. You see, that's the trick of the modern day kind of acceptance, where you rather invest into mediocrity. Sorry, I'm saying it with all my full chest. We invest into mediocrity, and the talented ones are just somewhere praying to God that God win.
Shine your light on me.
Shine your light on me. Do you understand? So I've seen a couple of guys try to do this balance, but thanks to people like Two-Face. He did it back then with, I think, Victor Olaya. He did a song with Victor Olaya. That song was, yes, a blend of the old school and a blend of the new school. Yes, coming together, and it was beautiful. We can have it. In Nigeria, yes, we can. So if the government, you know, put their good foot forward, steps on it, okay, we want to invest in this place. We saw President Goodluck Jonathan invest in, you know, Nollywood back then. I think you can invest in the music industry. Do this thing, and you see many youth off the street. Many youth will actually go off the street.
Okay, one day, still talking about investment.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the role of religious leaders.
Yeah.
You know, back then, every musician back then always have a history from the church. They will tell you, I started from the church.
Hallelujah.
And today I'm not playing for the church, or I'm not singing for the church.
Yeah.
So what is the role of religious leaders? Some are already saying, if you have this talent, you are doing it for God. You don't need any form of remuneration.
I don't think, okay, I'm a Christian, a very strong one. In fact, I will tell you I'm a pastor.
Oh.
Yes.
Pastor Akiwande.
Not just on Sundays. No, I prefer Akiwande. Okay. I'm a musician. You can't take that away from me.
Okay.
So I don't believe. Do you really do anything for God? God is the one who does something for you. Can we, in our capacity, let me tell you, in our capacity as humans, you think there's really something we can do for God?
It's a serious matter. This one you are removing your glasses.
It's a very serious matter.
Serious matter.
Do you think there's something we can do for God? You want to sing to God? What are the angels doing?
But some have actually said, if you are playing instrument in the church, you are singing in the church, you don't need any form of compensation from the church.
When you minister to God is in your private time, when you and God alone. You see, but the ones we do in church, we're actually blessing people. Do you understand? We're doing it for people. Where, you know, there are people who comes to church because of that worship session. And you know, when somebody goes through training, goes through rehearsal, prayers, these guys pray before they come, just like the pastor will do. Now, they come there, and somebody still believes that if we have the capacity to pay, we shouldn't pay these ones. I don't think that's fair.
So you are agitating or clamoring for a form of payment now?
If the church can afford it, they should pay. If they can afford it, yes, why shouldn't you pay? Now, if the musician says, no problem, I'll do this for free, this is like my own act of service in the church, feel free, no problem, there's no problem about that. I have not gotten a dime from any church. As payment a month, I don't play for any church to get cash. But if you have to invite me to your church to do music, of course, even if I'm not going to, I won't tell you that pay this, but you know that I didn't trek to your church now. Something was...
something must follow.
Yeah, something must follow. Because I remember back then when we just started, there was this church I went to play God. Anytime I remember that thing, I've forgiven the church, but anytime I remember, I had about 8 guys follow me to do music there. And after we did music, it was the next morning, and they just said, thank you, God bless you, you will go far. Yes, I really went far because I trekked.
You trekked far. Let's talk about international collaboration.
Yeah.
How can consistent collaboration between our artists and the international artists, how can it help to bridge the gap and help us boost our economy?
Yeah, it's there's a way that I think I don't really have a big knowledge of what I want to say. I have the answer of the question, but there's something I want to say, but it's not a very in-depth knowledge. But I think I don't know about how foreign exchange is really being brought here, but I think when we sell music, except that everything now is done digitally, so there's really no foreign exchange per se. But I know that it boosts our economy. In what sense? When we see our big artists, do collaboration with those ones, and sometimes they bring these big artists to old concerts here, or we old concerts there. Do you know how many people are getting paid? When one Nigerian major artist, get the influence big enough to do stuff abroad. Now, one artist has a manager, has a PA, he has a producer, that's employment, streams of employment. I will not be mincing word if I say a Davido, a Burna Boy might have provided job opportunities for over 30 people in their team. So imagine lots of Nigerian artists having, the ability to go international. Jobs, people will be off the street. There's somebody who knows how to plan. There's somebody who is a great PA. There's somebody who's a producer. We have a couple of these guys. People are just indoors doing nothing, making free beats, earning nothing. So this is going to boost our economy. Yes, when economy will be boosted when people can afford to pay taxes. You get so. I don't know how they tax artists though, but please don't come for us.
What are the major challenges? You as a person, yes, let's start with your own personal experience. You are a musician, let's say you are a pastor, you are a songwriter, you have written songs theme songs for movies, good movies anyway. You are also a broadcaster. What are your challenges?
The first challenge is finance. That's like the major challenge, because if we have financial help, and then there's financial literacy there. Come on, see. So the challenges, it's like a chain. They keep going like this. Now, so now I will start mentioning them one by one. We have finance, like I said earlier. A lot of us want to do music, and we didn't venture into music while we were young. Now, let me explain it. While we were young, we were doing free music, like the guys in the church, who are not paid, who are hoping that
they're just doing it for the passion.
Yeah, they're doing it for the passion, and somebody is encouraging them in joy that you're doing it for God. Do you understand? And nobody is really taking notes. Yes, I appreciate those churches where they pay you. The ones who don't pay you, who create opportunities for you. There are churches like that. They create. I don't want to mention this church, but I know a couple of churches. Like there's this artist, Testimony Jaga. There's Frank Edwards, there's Sinach. We know where these guys came from.
We know the church you're talking about.
See, this church has been a major blessing, for musicians, and God bless the pastor of that church. Do you understand? So the finances and the influence will help a lot of people do great things, and people don't have this backbone because you're doing it for free. You're going somewhere, and imagine you're in your bright days. I mean, in your young days where you could have learned how to do stuff, you did it for free. So now there's so much pressure on you as an adult when you grow, and you still want to do this thing. So you have to jog. You have to add a lot of work, like a broadcaster. I MC events. I write. I'm a poet. So just to make ends meet. I had to monetize all these talents. Do you understand? So that's for the finances. And there's the place where this is another major challenge: acceptance of good music.
Okay.
Nigerians, I don't know, maybe because it came from the economy, deteriorating, and a lot of people just prefer feel good music to actually good music. Thank God for Don Jazzy in Johnny Drew's life, because Johnny Drew was making good music. Good music. He's still making good music. Johnny Drew was making good music, but he was not really getting heard like these guys that came after him.
That's true.
So, Don Jazzy had to step into the matter. They changed his kind of music a bit. They changed it, they tweaked it, and, made it more danceable, though, his flavor is still there. Of course, they had to make it more, tune it to what people were
party vibes.
Yes, the party vibes. More of acceptance. So that's it. Nigerians, I don't know why we are one-weight people. Nigerians, it's just like when they are doing one challenge, Nigerians will just overdo that challenge. If you want Afrobeat, you
Okay,
want Afrobeat.
time is not always our friend on the
I
show, and I'm
understand.
very sure you have a whole lot to unpack here.
Of course.
We'll be having another time. I will bring you on board. Let's quickly, I would like us to do something. This is a
Alright.
personal request.
Yeah.
ITV is 27, will be 28 very soon.
Oh,
We've been in
beautiful.
existence. Yes, we've been in existence for years. And our chief investor,
Mm.
his name is Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawa Ibinidio. So I would like you to do something with the name Ibinidio Esama, if you can.
Ibinidion.
Esama of Benin.
Esama.
Then if you can twist it with ITV, and we are known with the slogan, certainly the best. Can you just...
So Ibinidion,
Esama of Benin.
Esama of Benin.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, you
I'm a Yoruba guy, so I'm trying.
Esama of Benin. Okay, just stick with Esama of Benin. ITV, certainly the best. Let's see how to fuse these three together and have a lyrics.
You know I know a man. You know I know a man. It's not my opinion. You blow minds now because you created independence TV.
Yeah.
Independence TV. ITV is your best thing to watch. Say you won't watch TV. Say you won't watch TV. Tune into ITV. Say you won't watch TV. Tune into ITV. Say you won't watch TV. It's some opinion. Now you do this one. It's some opinion. We be no time. Say I try. Say I try for you. You too they try for us. Oh. You too they try for us. Oh. Independence TV, freedom of the mind, emancipation, freedom of the mind. You need independence. You know, since 1960, it feels like we are independent, boy. You know, be like so. Thank God for ITV, showing us the real redeem. Independence TV, the past 1960. Hey, 28 years of excellence, certainly best, certainly best. We are live for God for us. For God, we are the God for us. We are the best. Make you rest.
You are tempting me now. It's like I wanted to ask for extra time so that we can just maybe push it to like 10 o'clock and just
Let your rest go and rest.
Thank you so much. That's a
Okay.
beautiful one. So your
Yeah.
advice to the upcomers, you look like an OG.
Yeah,
in this
well,
you look like you are talking like an OG in this
I talk
business.
about, I look very young. I'm very young.
But you're an OG, man.
Yeah, because I read.
So advice to the younger generation.
Okay, I'm among the younger generation. I beg. All right, so this is my advice. Don't change for anybody. Study. Like scripture says, study to show yourself approved. Study the market. Study what you're about to do. If there are no resources, try to break limitation. I understand I've not put out a lot of work in a long time, but see, I still found a way to make money doing music. Like music is my #1 daily job. So you cannot be boxed. Break out. Forget wherever you are from. If you're from a poor background, it doesn't matter. You can do what anybody can do. Let nobody talk you down. Let nobody tell you you're not talented enough. Work on yourself. Break out. Don't be boxed. That's the thing. Break out. Don't be boxed. Don't be limited. You are too good. You are too special. The world wants to hear you. Don't limit yourself to your environment.
Don't limit yourself. Break out. And don't box yourself.
Don't.
That's actually from Akinwade Odedele, a songwriter and a musician.